Good morning. I am at the end of my little morning walk here. I have not been on in a while, and I just wanted to come on. I recently lost my one of my baby puppies. Um, she was almost full grown. She was almost 2 years old, and she's a Great Pyrenees, and we're not really sure what happened. They think that maybe she had a heart attack during the 4th of July celebrations overnight, but we're not really sure. So I had thought maybe she had gotten, because she was off her leash, it was inside the fenced area we have for them, and she was outside of it. So I thought, well, maybe she got off her leash and she was by herself, and we have a lot of coyotes around here. So I thought that was a possibility, but there was no blood, no scars, no scratches, nothing. So we're really at a loss. So it's been rough. It's been a rough week, and then on top of that, I was dealing with some of the businessy aspects of owning a business, which were not fun and really stressful. Actually, it was very stressful. So I've just been kind of trying to take a break. Before that, I had my family in town, and that was very nice. And I took my kids out of town. We went to hike some of the Appalachian, uh, some of the Appalachian Trail, the mountains over there in Alabama, which were just absolutely gorgeous. Um, so this morning, I figured I'd get on and talk about, um, and not really talk about, my message this morning for everyone is to breathe. Um, it can be so hard when you're dealing with a trying time, something stressful, to breathe and just like not hold your breath. I would find myself, I'd be doing something and I realized, oh, I'm holding my breath. And it was very subconscious. So when we don't breathe, obviously we're not letting oxygen into our brain. And it may not get to the point where we're passing out or anything like that. Excuse me, I need to drink some water. It might not get to the point where we're passing out or anything like that. But we're interrupting our natural system whenever we stop breathing. And those little interruptions signal to our brain that something's wrong. Because when do you hold your breath? When do you get scared? When you get angry. So breathing in a natural way, or even deep breaths in, deep breaths out, that helps signal to your brain and to your nervous system that everything's okay. And it can stop that cortisol release, stop that fight or flight, help open up our prefrontal cortex so that we can think and make decisions, which oftentimes when we're in a stressful situation, because we need to make some decisions, the things have to be decided and acted on, rather quickly. So I want to tell you today was just breathe, and maybe we will do a very short breathing practice together. Nothing fancy. We're just going to breathe in and breathe out 5 times. All right, here we go. In, out, in, out, in, out. 2 more times. In, out. One more. In and out. I always feel better after doing that. So as many times as you need to do it, just do it. It takes less than a minute. Clear your mind. You're a new mom. If you're on my postpartum doula channel, even if the baby's crying, if you know you've changed the diaper, they're dry, they're fed, they're in a safe space, like in their crib or the bassinet, and you need to do this, take your time. They're okay. Taking 1 minute to settle yourself, reset, and then head back in there fresh is worth so much. I can't even really describe how much it's worth. It's worth you not breaking down, emotionally. It's worth you not yelling at your child for something that they really cannot at all, fix. And they can't help. They're not doing any of these things on purpose. This is how their body grows and matures, and it's part of them working out their nervous system sometimes. So, so that's what I have to say about that. Take your minute, breathe, reset. And I don't know if you noticed at the beginning, I was like breathing much faster, and then by the third or fourth time, my breathing slowed down. And that I find usually happens. When I'm doing a breathing exercise. It starts off faster and then it slows down. So the longer you do it, the slower and the more controlled you'll be able to do those breaths. And there are a bunch of different breath patterns. I looked a lot up when I was writing my nature immersion for the postpartum period book. So that is at the editors. I'm super excited about that. So there's always good things that are happening while the not so good things are happening. So I'm always trying to find the silver lining, although I hate that term, but I'm always trying to find the silver lining. So I hope you guys have a really good day. I love you all. Do the breathing practice, and I will see you next time.